My name is Benedicto Hosea, the founder and the chairman of 𝗪𝗵𝗹𝗃 Group, the organization which is transforming the lives of the people in Zeze village. Zeze village is found in Kigoma region with a population of 9,000 people, and it is a very poor community dependent on a small-scale farming. When I was in high school in Njombe region, I studied the gap that was existing between least developed regions and the Kigoma region. This shown that Kigoma region is the most poorest region compared to other regions of Kigoma, of Tanzania. So I built my compassion to go back to my small village and try to help my community to strive from extreme income poverty and go to the better lives. In 2014, I founded 𝗪𝗵𝗹𝗃, which came up with a solution to the economy of the community. One of the schemes that we set is microfinance, which gives opportunity for young people and the women to learn about small businesses and get starting capital as a loan for small businesses. So far, we have more than 300 people who have already benefited from these schemes with education and the starting capital for small businesses. Most of the businesses which people do in this small village is buying crops from farmers and sell them to the market so that they can generate income for their families. Angela is one of case study of benefit that secured from microfinance. Before, she didn't have any kind of business, but after this scheme, she managed to run and start a small shop, which she has grown from the small scale, and now she shifted her business to Morogoro, where she is getting more customers to her business. And the 𝗪𝗪𝗃 has been one of our clients who did not have a good house. Here is Benedicto when I was visiting her in 2015, but now she has already demolished the poor house and she has already built a better house, which she is enjoying with her family. We set up small agriculture, sustainable small-scale farming, which does any training about improved farming methods, and it gives a loan to young people and rest of the community. The purpose of this project is to improve farming and so that it can benefit the small farmers more than how it has been. Before, farmers were able to harvest between 0 and 3 sacks per 1 acre. But after training them about how improved farming can improve their lives and support them with initial loans for improving agriculture, they have managed now to harvest more than 20 bags per 1 acre, which was impossible before. So far, we have built as well as storage facility, which partly is funded by Tanzania Development Trust, the British charity organization. We are encouraging community to invest in sunflower as one of the potential 𝗪𝗁𝗃 crops that can help many people in Kigoma region, the region that has no industries and has no 𝗪𝗁𝗃 crops than palm oil. And this project has been successful from the small donations and funds from the people of the United Kingdom through the platform called Global Giving. Access to water in Kigoma region, as it is the issue in Tanzania, has been a problem, and that for us, we recognize an opportunity in it as we established the borehole, hand drilling, and the manufacturing of hand pump. This skill we developed is very useful for the community, but also for creation of employment to young people. This is a screen showing how hand drilling is being done. And this is showing the complete borehole where community now can access water from. This technology is a manual one, but it can drill up to 30 meters, which is good for our Kigoma region geology. In Kigoma region, water can be found between 7 and 13 meters. However, we drill up to 30 meters because we want to have a big storage of water in order to enable community access to water without a problem. So far, we have done 32 boreholes, which people are benefiting with water from them, but also they have provided employment to young people as they have been working on them. This is the process of making an log pump, and we have skilled the MVG members who do this, including this lady. And this is an installation of the pump on the borehole. Training workshop is another initiative that we have already established, and this does in training in different skills, potentially in welding and carpentry, also in the electricity field. These are young people in the workshop working on welding, and we have some working on working woods, which is carpentry, and the other in the light top doing wind turbine lesson, and in the bottom right side, the people training on soldering. All of these activities employ young people in the community, and they can get self-employed from the work that they can do using the skills trained from training workshop. This is soap. These are two types of soap, which one on the top is a liquid soap, and in the bottom is the young man making bars of soap. These works give them employment and income, so that it minimizes the issue of unemployment to young people. Kigoma region have been experiencing deforestation, and this is due to many young people depending on charcoal making for income generating. This has been causing problems to the environment, and sometimes they are practicing with the hunting, which goes together with the burning forest. So this burning has been as well causing problems to the environment. So 𝗵𝗵𝗷𝗵𝗊 came up with the solutions that can help minimizing the effect that affecting the district and Kigoma whole. Beekeeping is one of the initiatives that protects the forest, because when we pressed the beehives, no people were able to fell down the trees, but also bees has been providing honey and wax, which commercially are very potential, and the market of them, they are getting high. We have trained community leaders about the effect of climate change and how deforestation are being causing the change in climate. These community leaders help in protecting the natural resources like forests. We are training people in the community, instead of heavily depending on charcoal making, they can change the way they live, and practice having small scale fish farming. So these are people enjoying fish from the ponds, which 𝗪𝗿𝗫𝗃𝗃 dug for training. And this has provided broader understandings about the use of land for income generating, and young people adapting this method of fish farming and reducing the number of young people who are going into a forest for charcoal making. Also, we are encouraging people to participate in vegetable production, and this is go together with irrigation as part of the way of adapting to climate change. Instead of depending on rainfall, we're encouraging young people to irrigate their small gardens, which help them to produce nutrition food, but also generate incomes that will enable them to improve their lives without causing problems to the environment, but also adapting to climate change. A dropout is another issue in Tanzania. Kigoma region have big number of children who drop from formal education, who are likely missing formal employment in the future. So we have started formal training center where young people, where children come and learn about readings, writing, and counting numbers. And somehow we train them how to use computers for typing and reading some stories. This program aims at getting these young children to know reading and writing, and then they are being taken from here to the training workshop where they are trained with the different skills like making chairs, tables, and other furniture they can, but also they will be trained in electricity and other technical skills so that they can create employment themselves and enjoy of having that skills. So far, we have a lot of impacts that have been portrayed in the community, especially including employment creation to many people. Before, there were many people who understood that natural resources was going to give them the employment than farming, but now we created small employment in small businesses and agriculture and other technical works, which have produced more than 500 jobs. And these jobs are improving the livelihoods of people because they are earning money and other needs in their families. We have increased the confidence in business because people were not aware that business can bring them profit and improve their lives. But after having the results in business, many people are increasing confidence in business, so willing to involve. We receive a number of many people come to us and ask more loan for the businesses, but we cannot afford everyone to access or to secure a fund from us, as we have inadequate fund for supporting everyone. Status of the women in the families is another area we have improved, because before women were regarded as housekeepers who were not involved in income generating for their families. But now women involved in small businesses are supported with the initial loans. They are generating income for their families. They can buy exercise books for their children who are in schools. They can help their families with other small domestic expenditures. This is a very big change in the community. We have, as we have seen many people motivated with our work, and they are willing to diversify what we have been learning, training them. It is a very, very huge thing that we didn't expect, but also is something that was not seen in the community, especially to the community that we are working with. So with this impact, we see that the future of this community is very brighter, as they are getting on the good track for development. However, we have those achievements. We have been encountering some challenges that restricts quick development. Capital is one of the challenges, and we have many people willing to participate in different businesses and jobs creating, but they don't have enough money to start to invest in their ideas. So people are coming to us with ideas. We want to create opportunities for the ideas, but we cannot do anything bigger because we don't have sufficient funding. Zeze is very remote and with a very poor roads, as you can see on the picture. So transportation has been a challenge toward facilitating businesses from Zeze to other parts where markets are. In rainy season, it has been difficult to transport goods from Zeze to other villages through the poor road like this, which always a vehicle stuck in the mud. The distance to the market is bigger because we need to travel about 56 kilometers to area where there is a proper market for business. So this is a challenge, as we don't have transport in the area. So we depend much on the transport coming and go out with no specific time. And we have increased the yields per acre, and we are increasing it, but we don't have factories to process those goods. We would like to have like flour making machines from cassava and maize, but also we want sunflower oil extracting machine, which is potentially important to improve the quality of the crops. And by doing this, we can add the values of all agricultural products that we produce in these villages and increase the way communities can earn income, can access to market, because their products will be of good quality and the value than selling them in raw material. Next step, we want to to expand income generating projects, because the major issue we want is to ensure that the community are secured with the food and income security. By increasing income, it means everything in the families will be improved. We want also invest in cassava, maize, and sunflower processing machine that will be as well improving the value of all the products come from cassava, maize, and the sunflower. We want the community not to depend much on rainfall. So in doing that, we need to improve irrigation system by drilling more boreholes and installing water pumps on those boreholes, so that people can run irrigation system throughout the year, even the dry season. Land is another factor for investment. Rural area in Tanzania are not mapped, and they have not been even mapped. Just we have been putting rural areas in Tanzania through OpenStreetMap by the support of 𝗨𝗏 Rural Tanzania, which started 3 years ago. But still, the villages don't have a proper land use plan that will enable villagers to have land rights certificate. Thus will enable them to access financial from financial institutions. So we are doing conversation with the government, with the donors, to help rural areas to have land use plan and the land registry certificates, so that investment in rural areas can improve, because people will be able to access financial support from banks like loans, and also it will provide a room for the investors to be secure with the land rights. So this is another thing that we are putting on efforts, and we want proper land use plan for villages in Kasulu, starting with Zeze village. Thank you for listening and watching. Together we work, together we are forward focused to change our society. Thank you.